everybody, Chef AJ here, and I want to show you how I really cook. Everybody wants recipes, but I really don't use them even though I've written 3 cookbooks. I just make a meal from whatever I have in the fridge, and the cupboard is practically bare now because I've been away and my husband's out of town. And here it is 4:30 p.m. and I'm thinking, uh-oh, it's gonna be dinner time. So I just opened up the fridge and I'm gonna make a meal out of it. So I'm using my 8-quart Instant Pot electric pressure cooker. I really recommend, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you get one, and really get the 8-quart, because you can always make smaller recipes in a bigger one, whereas you can't make bigger recipes in a smaller one. So always get the biggest and the best you can afford of any kitchen appliance. So I put 4 cups of water in because my feeling is with liquid you can always add but you can't take away. So I'm going to be making a soup, and if it's too thick I can always add a little bit of no sodium vegetable broth or water or unsweetened plant milk to thin it out if I want. But I tend to like my soups and stews and chilies thick. So 4 cups of water in the Instant Pot, and all I've got on hand right now are 2 potatoes. These are my very favorite Hannah yams, and so I don't know how big they are. I mean, I guess I could weigh them. I don't know, what do they feel like? It's got to be less than 2 pounds. So what I love about the pressure cooker is I just throw everything in, no cutting. I had only about a half an onion. This is probably a little bit more than a half of a red onion, and it's peeled, but I don't need to cut it. Boom, just throw that in. And we just had our monthly Healthy Living with Chef AJ meetup, and someone had brought a vegetable tray with a delicious dip, and the vegetables were left, so I just put them in a bag. I mean, this feels like about 2 pounds. It's carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, and zucchini, and I'm just going to pour it in, just like that. And then I'm going to put the top on. Always go to 11 o'clock to put the top on. And I cook everything on manual, so I'm going to press the manual button. 12 minutes. 10 would probably be enough, but it's on 12 because my cauliflower bisque takes 12 minutes. Just keep it that. So I am going to let it come up to pressure, and then when it's done, I'm going to show you how I finish it off. I was in the other room when it came down to pressure, and now the LED readout says 000. It just went to 1. So now the minutes since it came up to pressure, it will show you. And so now it's sort of like it's a slow cooker now, which is great. Like if you're going to a potluck or something, you can just keep without releasing the pressure. I like to use these. You can look at my Amazon store if you want to see my recommended picks, but this is great for releasing the pressure because then it won't mess up your walls or your ceiling. It goes to the side, and they come in little cute ones that look like people. Now, how long it takes to release the pressure is, of course, going to depend on how full the unit was. So the more it's full, the longer it's going to take. If you're just cooking, something small like some greens in the morning with a half a cup of water, it will release fairly quickly. If for whatever reason you don't want to release the pressure, or you got busy, it will just come down to pressure naturally. And again, how long that will take will depend on how full the unit was. I had a dog previously named Sparky that was terrified of releasing pressure, so we could only do natural pressure release. But luckily my current beloved pet Bailey is not afraid, so I can release the pressure. So I have plugged in this thing here called an immersion blender because I'm going to blend the soup. I love making soups this way. Even in my first book, Unprocessed, I had a recipe for nutrient-rich black bean soup where you literally just do everything in, and that's really how I do most of my recipes. I don't follow actual recipes. I just use whatever ingredients I have. And the truth is when you really narrow adapted to a diet of whole natural food without the sugar, oil, and salt, it always tastes good. So you can use whatever you have, whatever you like. You can see it's starting to slow down a little bit. It will not open until the pressure is completely released. This is a safety feature, so you don't have to worry about it exploding. I've never heard of an electric pressure cooker exploding. I've heard people whose grandmothers had stovetop ones. I honestly don't know how to use the stovetop ones. So it's almost done. I love pressure cooking. I have every size, 3, 6, and 8. I don't know if that's every size. Those are the 3 sizes I have, and I use them every day to cook my husband's greens And they're also great for beans and rice, and potatoes, and all kinds of things. Corn on the cob, artichokes. What I love about the 8-quart is I can fit 4 artichokes in. You can't do that with a smaller one. So it's almost ready. And see, that's taken about 2 minutes to release the pressure. And we'll see how thick it is, the soup, if I want to add anything. And I want to add any spices. Normally I would add garlic to soup. I just didn't have any. Usually onion and garlic is pretty much a staple in SOS-free cooking. So that's still not ready yet. Almost. You know what they say, a watched pot never comes up to pressure. Kale. But I do really recommend these little diverters because, you know, otherwise they just shoot up and it can, you know, mess up the paint on your ceiling. It's starting to loosen. Come on. All right. I should be able to take it off now. And please realize that there are these 2 little hooks on both sides of the pressure cooker that you can place this on. I didn't realize that early on, and I once put it on the stove and burned it. So now I'm going to take my immersion blender and, well, first I'll show you what it looks like in there. Just so you can see how nice and soft all the vegetables are. The potatoes. Let's see if I can hold this. Nobody's home to help me, and for some reason Bailey doesn't like to help. So I'm just going to hold it over the pot. That is really, really thick, but you know what? I like that. It almost might be like mashed potatoes. So I might just eat it like this because I mean, I can certainly add a little bit more water to make it a soup. I could add a little non-dairy milk. But you know what? This is kind of interesting that even with 4 cups of water, it came out this thick and creamy, like a vegetable potato mash. And it might be good for a little bit of texture. I think it's going to be delicious. Now you're probably saying, oh, there's no seasonings in there. Well, I'll add them. I just don't know what I feel like tonight. You know, I can always add Benson's Table Tasting, nutritional yeast. I love the What I think I might just do is add a little Pico de Galla salsa. I love the recipe in my book Unprocessed. But you know what? I made something up new. And that's how I roll. That's how pretty much all recipes were created, by experimenting. And as I mentioned, if you use whole natural food, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to leave it like this. And this is my new recipe. So I hope you'll get creative in the kitchen and not be afraid to experiment. And I hope you enjoy healthy eating. Take care.